suene timbal, inspírate hermano, con mucha alegría.
Hello, everyone. Again, 103.5 FM WNHH, New Haven Independent.org, powered by La Voz Hispana, engineered by the great Harry Dross. I'm Jose Candelario. This is Keeping It 100. Now, in the building today, we got entrepreneur, business mogul, jack of all trades, master of some, Mr. Jason V. Watts.
What's up, y'all? What's up, Jose?
What people will know Mr. Watts from is the Urban Professional Network, right?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest movements that, it's one of the biggest movements in Connecticut I've seen in a long, long time. At one time I was jealous of you.
Don't say that.
I was. I'm an honest dude. I was jealous. I was like, look at this guy.
Who's he?
You.
Yeah.
Turn the mic a little bit towards you. Turn
right
here?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Is this better?
Yeah, better. Way
there we
better.
Go.
Here we go.
Okay.
Now we got you.
Got you.
So, I guess at first I was like, oh, look at this guy. How was that experience building a community? I mean, what got you the idea to even build a community like that?
That's a good question. It really started with an incident in my family where my mother was in corporate America and she got done dirty in corporate America.
Mm-hmm.
You know, worked there 20 years, blood, sweat, and tears. And when I saw how they were able to treat her without really any repercussion or incident on their end, I knew at that point, I said, we need a network for people to support each other so that, God forbid, something happens to somebody else. Could be my brother, could be my auntie, could be a cousin. They got a leg to stand on, another leg to stand on. You know what I'm saying? So when it come to jobs, when it come to opportunities, I'm from corporate America, so I've been in corporate America 20 years. What I realize is a lot of the opportunities are just funneled around, right? They're kind of given, they're kind of passed, they're kind of, that's my nephew, that's my son, So I said in the urban community, we didn't have a funnel network like that. At least that was somewhat organized.
Funnel network. People are hearing these terms for the first time.
Like a funnel, like a system that say, hey, my homie lost his job. He's a really good worker, and he need a job next week.
The connect.
Yeah. So
the
basically,
plug and the connect. They got a plug.
Yes,
that's
That's it. So basically, I said, if we have a network, then God forbid if something like this happen again, we can help each other. And going back to UPN is 16 years old.
Wow.
At this point. So going back 16 years in New Haven, where I'm from, I worked right downtown New Haven. We didn't have much of anything when it came to connecting with folks. So that's really where it started,
And now you grew it through events. It was primarily in events.
Yeah, it started with a lot of events, a lot of networking, business events. One thing I prided, the UPN on was we weren't just business, we weren't just social. We were business and social. At the time I was 24 years old, so I was more having, I wanted to have some fun too. I didn't want to just do business. I wanted to have fun. So I said, we're doing both. And through the mix of the years, some years has been more business, some year more social. But we've done a lot of different events throughout Connecticut, New England, Boston, New York. We've done things down in Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah, we got busy. We've done a lot of fun stuff and touch a lot of people.
People, you have a certain mindset. Yeah, I've noticed that you have a demeanor. You're very eclectic, is the term that I would use. Eccentric to some. But you're a normal dude. Do you consider yourself an introvert versus extrovert?
That's funny. That's a good question.
Because you're doing big things for an introvert. Let me tell you that.
Listen, it's funny you say that. I'm like a hybrid. I grew up low key, chill, shy. I wasn't the life of the party. None of that. I was just chilling. And naturally, my career put me in sales. At AT&T. So I had to learn how to move and shake. I had to learn how to talk. I knew how to do that, but I had to learn how to apply it in a corporate setting, a business setting. in doing that, I did more networking, and I just became more comfortable doing stuff. Not that I always want to do it. You know, there's a lot of times people call me up to the mic. I don't feel like doing it. Not a mic person. You know, I'm not a look at me person, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, get things accomplished, right? So that's how we do it.
I see you're always dressed to impress. I can tell you got the you got the salesman look. Sometimes I have not seen you in regular clothes ever.
You've been fortunate. I've been in jogging pants a few times. Sometimes people catch me in jazzies, and they're probably like, "Is that Jason?" Because sometimes I'm in work mode, you know.
Okay.
But for the most part, you know, when I step out, I like clothing. I like fashion. I like all that, and I like to look the part. So it's fun to me. Fashion's fun, you know. I have fun with it.
I see you very fashion forward in your appearance, your layering, and everything that you do. You take a lot of pride in the aesthetic, you know, in the optics of your brand.
True.
Can you touch a little bit about that?
I mean, just urban upscale. That's what we've been doing for 15, 16 years. So that's kind of my lane that I'd like to stay in, and that's what we do. You know, we know how to have fun, but we like to have a certain look to it. You know,
I can tell.
Like,
I mean,
you come to my events. You know,
it bleeds into your restaurant. I mean, your restaurant. Everyone I've brought there so far as comes out
like it. They like the feel. You know, listen, I wanted to create something that was not of New Haven. I'm from New Haven, but I wanted to create something that was a little different. And through my travels up and down 95, East Coast, West Coast, out of the country, I just took some things that, you know, I wanted to put downtown New Haven. So that was it. And so far, we're getting good feedback. We're getting good vibes. People enjoying themselves when they, you know, come into place.
No, we had did a little audition there on Tuesday, and everyone was just astounded about the aesthetics, the way it feels, the look. I mean, I personally enjoy myself. I know that everyone's going to talk.
True.
But this is elevated. This is urban elevated. This is you elevated the scene, and you know what? Straight up, we bougie. I mean, I'll admit it. I'm at Jazzy's. I'm bougie. I'm too good. I'm too good. All right, I'm on to be like you gotta.
Listen,
I'm too good for everybody else. All right,
gotta have a spot to pop out and have your lady pull out them heels, pull out that dress she been wanting to wear. So a lot of it is just feeling good. You know, when people dress up, when they gotta. I remember back in the day, me and my crew, we used to go to Hartford downtown. Borrow no name, places out there, and I would have an extra set of clothes in the car in case I didn't get in, because they said, look, you're not getting in looking like that. We'd be walking down the street.
The Hippodome, all the way Springfield wouldn't let you in with sneakers.
You're like, I drove an hour and a half. They don't care. You know, so I don't care. You know, we got certain code that we want to have. We got a doorman out front, and that's just what we're doing. You know.
No, I mean, you're right. When I go to Jazzy's, I even put on my whitest tee.
Crispy.
I even wear my Jordans. I break out my $200 Jordans because
and that's the thing. I
want to be seen at Jazzy's.
It's funny you say that, because that's a misconception. We get a lot of calls. What's the dress code? Can I wear this? That? I said, look, long as you put it together right, you don't got on anything that you could be playing sports in, you straight. You can wear sneakers. You can wear hats, just not, baseball hats or anything like that. You can wear any type of hat you want. But we just want to have another vibe, for the city. And most people appreciate it.
You're creating that vibe. You got a different, you went from events, so that at your restaurant, I see that you have big events. You have R&B Ladies Night. A lot of events. You're creating that. You got a brunch that's popping up, coming in. You have this happy hour on Thursdays.
Downtown Day Party.
Downtown
WYBC.
Day Party.
Yes.
WYBC. You have all these things going on. How do you manage yourself?
That's a good question. It's 15 years of multitasking, kind of develop a skill set and kind of managing all that. But now I'm just expanding the team out. So I'm recruiting folks who are newer in certain things and just handing the baton to them because I can't do it all. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't do it all no more.
Because you seem like a guy that keeps everything close. You're very you're very protective of your brand. So let's talk a little bit about that because some people might say, he's unapproachable. And the same thing we had with the last guest, we talked a little bit about that too. That because you have an air of astuteness is what I would say. But other people be like, yo, he's bougie.
Nah,
he's all hell.
I mind my business. You know, I already said on the onset, I'm a shy, chill person, so I don't just roll up to people, sometimes people know me, I don't know them. You know, I'll be honest. So that could be taken as like, oh, he acting funny. Like, no, I don't know you. You know, people see you on the internet, they see you on events, they see you doing stuff, and sometimes they may take that as like, okay, he being stank, but I genuinely may not know that person that's like, hey, what up, Jason? So me not having a full dialogue with him could be taken as like, what's his problem? But in my head, I'm like, who is that? Like, I come across thousands of people.
I wish I had that problem being a local celebrity.
No, I don't want to say that. I don't look at myself like that at all. But sometimes
it happens.
And that maybe that could be taken as like, hey, he's not that friendly. Nah, I don't know. I don't know your name. Like,
and also you are a brand. I mean, you are like a walking,
that's the purpose. We all are brands. Every person has their own brand, whether they have a Jazzy's, whether they have a business or not. It's still your brand. Jose is a brand. Everybody's a brand. So how you navigate that and how you represent yourself is important because you never know who's watching.
You never know who's watching. You're listening to 103.5 FM WNHH, NewHavenIndependent.org, keeping it 100 with Jose Candelario, powered by La Voz Hispana, engineered by Mr. Harry Drolls. Talking to Mr. Jason Watts, owner, entrepreneur, businessman, mogul, Jazzy's Urban Professional Network. What's next? I mean, is Jazzy's really keeping you busy?
Yeah. Jazzy's is a lot, It's a new industry that I had no experience in. So we got our team, but there's always something to learn, So till we kind of perfect that craft, I'm going to stay still, get more bodies, build the team up. And then, from there, I'm a lifelong adventurer, So I'm always looking for the next challenge. I'm going to always evolve and push the limits on, what's possible. So there's a few things that I would like to do that I won't go into now. That
that's
are
okay.
next level,
No, that's all right.
Continuing to go
we all
up.
got stuff in our pockets.
Yeah, so
my question to you is my next question or leading on, who helps you? Who's your mentor? Do you have mentors? Who do you look up to? Because like you said, you're new to this venture, but you're semi-successful. It's like you got to know somebody or something.
I do more of my mentorship in an observant way, if that makes sense. Not so much sit down and have coffee every once a month. I probably should do that because it's better. But I just look at people in the community. Howard Cahill, very successful entrepreneur. See how he operates his business. We have conversations. He helps kind of advise if I've ever gotten in a situation where I need some advice from a business perspective. I had corporate mentors in AT&T, Harry Green, a few other folks. So, I look at my father as an example, hard work, just hustling, things like that. And, my family, that's most of my inspiration. I do everything I do for my family and my extended family. Shout out to all the Watts in Connecticut. There's a lot of us. But yeah, there's a ton of us in Connecticut.
So you have support from all levels. And I think people need to realize too, because they see, they don't understand what it takes to be successful and how much learning that it takes to continue to be successful. I don't,
it's a lot of work to,
because at the same time because because you're learning and you got to apply it literally the next day.
And while you're learning, the world's changing. This time that we're in now, the world, everything you thought you knew 6 months ago is different. So things change fast, you know.
All right, Harry. That's all right. Harry's coming back, giving me time.
That's it.
Jason is like, man, wrap it up, man. Harry, we just started conversating, man. Trying to cut us off here. We're on 103.5 FM WNHH. We're wrapping it up here. This is Keeping It 100 with Jose Candelario. You're listening to Jason V. Watts. Parting shots, anything you want to mention, your socials?
Check us out, Jazzy's Cabaret, the UPN. Got a lot of stuff coming up at the Cabaret. Even tonight, we have our comedy show. So
yeah, we got Chris Clark in the building.
Yeah, shout out to Chris.
He just landed from somewhere. He was
been
on
tour all over the world.
I know. I saw him this
coming
morning.
Back to us in Connecticut.
Yeah, right. He's all like, man, I'll be there anyway.
My jet will land at 2:00. Make sure y'all got a pickup.
So. Yeah, no, he's town. All right, so I got to wrap it up. Fine, we're cutting it out. Thank you very much for listening, everyone. We got a lot of stuff. Jason V. Watts. This is Keeping It 100. I'm Jose Candelario.
Thank you.
You guys have a great day.